This is another episode of Christopher Reads the Help Files. Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D is this topic, and there's a lot of topics. About collaboration for Civil 3D, Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D allows project teams to collaborate on Civil 3D data shortcut projects in BIM 360. Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D is available as an entitlement to BIM 360 design subscribers. How do I access collaboration for Civil 3D? About working with data shortcut projects in BIM 360, Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D, which is available when you subscribe to BIM 360 Design, lets you perform all data shortcut creation and management tasks in data shortcut projects that are stored in BIM 360. To create a data shortcut project in BIM 360. To check the status of references in a drawing. About migrating existing Civil 3D projects to BIM 360. You can migrate existing project files to BIM 360, but you will need to take some actions to ensure that the project is properly configured. Why don't they automate that? I guess we'll never know. This topic includes best practices for project configuration that you will want to assess prior to migrating a project. About locking documents stored in BIM 360. When you're working in Autodesk Civil 3D 2021 and you open a drawing that is stored in BIM 360, the document is automatically locked so no one else can edit it while you have it open. Cloud Collab Modified Option System Variable controls when documents, DWG files, and DWT files are unlocked in BIM 360 after they are closed in Civil 3D. Tips for working with Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D. Best practices for working with Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D. About the Civil 3D Start tab that Autodesk ruined. Use the options on the Start tab to open and create new drawings, but you no longer get to preview them. To access your BIM 360 projects and recently used documents and to access learned content. It just kind of sucks because they got rid of the preview, but as we read in Autodesk Vault projects, there's like an option there to create it. So there's already the framework to create the preview. I don't get why they didn't include it. To save documents to BIM 360, to open or create documents in BIM 360, to upload documents to BIM 360, to use BIM 360 viewing and markup tools for Civil 3D drawings. About Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D. Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D allows project teams to collaborate on Civil 3D data shortcut projects in BIM 360. Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D is available as an entitlement to BIM 360 design subscribers. To work in a BIM 360 project, you'll be using familiar workflows in Civil 3D, but instead of saving files locally, you'll use a desktop connector-enabled connected drive to work with the files in BIM 360. When working in BIM 360, all files in the project are saved in BIM 360 using a connected drive. Note, a data shortcut project and its associated drawings need to be stored in the same data storage environment, either on a local drive or a local area network or in BIM 360. For example, when you are working in a data shortcut project that is stored in BIM 360, the drawing files must also be stored in BIM 360. The data shortcut working folder and project folder are also in BIM 360. When you set the working folder for data shortcut projects, you select the location in BIM 360 using the connected drive. You can use the BIM 360 page on the Start tab to see your projects on the connected drive and to open documents to work on from within Civil 3D. The standard dialog boxes for opening and saving files contain a shortcut in the left panel so you can quickly navigate to BIM 360 accounts and projects on the connected drive. For example, in the Save As dialog box, click the BIM 360 button in the left panel to display your BIM 360 accounts within the connected drive. Project team members who do not have access to Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D can open and save Civil 3D drawings that contain data shortcut references, but they will not be able to create data shortcuts or data shortcut references in a BIM 360 project, or work with certain data shortcut related commands. For more information, see About Working with Data Shortcuts in BIM 360. Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D workflows. In this example, 4 project team members who work in different locations are collaborating on a data shortcut project in BIM 360. 3 team members are using BIM 360 Design with Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D and can create data shortcuts and data shortcut references in a BIM 360 project. 1 team member is using BIM 360 Docs and does not have Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D and can open and edit drawings with data shortcut references, but can't create data shortcuts or data shortcut references. I think workflows needs to be capitalized. So collaborator, a surveyor using BIM 360 Design and Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. The surveyor creates 1, a new drawing in Civil 3D and saves the drawing in the BIM 360 project. 2, creates a surface and a data shortcut to the surface. A roadway designer using BIM 360 Design and Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. The roadway designer, 1, creates a new drawing in Civil 3D and saves the drawing in the BIM 360 project. 2, creates a data shortcut reference to the surface that the surveyor created in the project. 3, creates a corridor model and a data shortcut to the corridor. So the roadway designer also needs to create an alignment and assembly. An engineering technician using BIM 360 Design and Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. The engineering technician, 1, creates a new drawing in Civil 3D and saves the drawing in the BIM 360 project. 2, creates a data reference to the surface that the surveyor created in the project. 3, creates a data reference to the corridor that the roadway designer created in the project. 4, creates section sheets in the drawing based on the surface and corridor. Like, why isn't this just a button? Like, all these 4 should just be a button, right? Let's cut out the engineering technician. Let the roadway designer just hit a button and have the new drawing created, the data shortcuts created, and all the section sample lines and section views created. But Autodesk doesn't want you to be efficient. They said F you to that idea. And so now we get screwed and waste a lot of time creating these sheets when it could be totally automated. But I guess infinite computing isn't for the civil engineers, it's for mechanical engineers, because they don't give a shit about us, evidently. A project manager using BIM 360 Docs without Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. The project manager, 1, opens any of the drawings created by the surveyor, road designer, or engineering technician in BIM 360. 2, reviews the drawing and adds issues and markups. Okay, I guess so. How do I access Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D? To use Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D for collaborating on your Civil 3D project in BIM 360, you'll need to have Autodesk Civil 3D, a subscription to BIM 360 Design. Note, for information about accessing the BIM 360 Design Trial, see the Access the BIM 360 Design Trial. A subscription to BIM 360 includes an entitlement to Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D, which lets you create and manage data shortcut projects in BIM 360. If you don't need to create data shortcuts or data shortcut references, but you need to do other work in the project drawings, you'll need a subscription to BIM 360 Docs. For more information, see about working with data shortcut projects in BIM 360. Access to BIM 360 Design and Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. Note, access to products and services is provided through an Autodesk account. If you get access to Autodesk products from someone else, you'll need to assign access to BIM 360 Design and to Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D, which is available with BIM 360 Design. For more information, See the following procedure and assign products and services to users in Classic User Management in the Account Management Help. BIM 360 Design is available only in the Classic view of Autodesk account. Why is it only in the Classic view? That's, if you're going to manage, I don't know, it just makes no sense to have two different views within a product you're trying to get people to use. And then just to do half-ass, oh, we're going to create a new one, but we're going to forget to include all the stuff that you need. So it just really makes it confusing for users, especially when the account managers are usually supervisors who don't necessarily know how to do the job. So then you get to go stand behind the supervisor and tell them what buttons to click because you're not supposed to share passwords. All right, so the following BIM 360 account and project access provided by your organization's BIM 360 administrator. Membership in your organization's BIM 360 account, an invitation to at least one BIM 360 project, permission to access the project folders. Desktop connector, which creates a connected drive on your computer so you can access your BIM 360 accounts and projects. When desktop connector is installed, the connected drive for BIM 360 is indicated by a B icon in Windows Explorer. An account within the connected drive and the projects within the account are indicated by a hub icon. To enable access to Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D, go to accounts.autodesk.com and sign in to your Autodesk account. In the left pane, click User Management. In the right pane, select a user and click Edit Access. In the Edit Access dialog box under Products and Services, select the Assign checkbox for BIM 360 Design. Click the arrow next to the BIM 360 Design to show the available services and select the Assign checkbox for Collaboration for Civil 3D. 6. Click Save. To set up to use Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. To get started using Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D, you'll need to perform some setup tasks. 1. Install Civil 3D. 2. Install Desktop Connector and set up the connected drive for BIM 360. 3. Start Autodesk Civil 3D and click BIM 360 page of the Start tab. 4. Use the Account and Project Switcher to select the BIM 360 project you want to use. It's a lot of steps. 5. You can now open documents from BIM 360, save documents to BIM 360, and upload documents to BIM 360 using your connected drive. I don't get why in the previous step we had to log in and get assigned to it. When we open it up, why doesn't it give us an option to do all these steps? Except for one. Well, I don't understand why there's a desktop connector. Why isn't it just included in Civil 3D? Kind of weird. Applications to use for project setup and collaboration. The following table gives an overview of the applications to use for setting up accounts and projects, and for working with data shortcut projects and documents. Task. Provide access to BIM 360 Design and Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. Where? The Autodesk account. Who? Contract managers and software coordinators using the classic view in Autodesk account. Task. Set up and manage BIM 360 account, including adding members to the account. BIM 360. BIM 360 administrator. Task. Create and manage BIM 360 project, including inviting project members and setting folder permissions. Where? In BIM 360. Who? The BIM 360 administrator. Task. Create a data shortcut project in an existing BIM 360 project. Where? In Civil 3D. Who? Civil 3D users who subscribe to BIM 360 to design and have access to Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. Task. Create data shortcuts and data shortcut references in a project that is stored in BIM 360. Where? Civil 3D. Who? Civil 3D users who subscribe to BIM 360 design and have access to Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. Task. Create new drawings and save them in a BIM 360 project. Open and edit drawings that contain data shortcut references, including synchronizing data shortcut references, but not modifying them or creating new data shortcuts or data shortcut references. Where? Civil 3D. Who? Civil 3D users who subscribe to BIM 360 docs. Task, upload existing drawings to BIM 360 using the connected drive. Where, Windows Explorer. Civil 3D users who subscribe to BIM 360 docs. Task, use the BIM 360 web interface to review drawings and add markup. Where, BIM 360. Task, team members who subscribe to BIM 360 docs. Note, for more information about which data shortcut commands require Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D, see about working with data shortcut projects in BIM 360. About working with data shortcuts in projects in BIM 360. Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D, which is available when you subscribe to BIM 360 Design, lets you perform all data shortcut creation and management tasks in data shortcut projects that are stored in BIM 360. If you don't have BIM 360 Design and Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D, you can perform some data shortcut related tasks with a BIM 360 Docs subscription. For example, you can open and work in drawings that contain data shortcut references, and you can synchronize and validate data shortcuts. However, to create and manage data shortcuts and references in a BIM 360 project, you'll need access to Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D, which is available when you subscribe to BIM 360 Design. The following table lists which tasks you can perform with BIM 360 Docs and which ones require BIM 360 Design and Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D. They just want to make it as hard as possible for users. If you don't have access to Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D, the data shortcut commands that require functionality will display a message after you select them to alert you of the requirement. To create a data shortcut project in BIM 360. To create a data shortcut project in BIM 360, you will be working with familiar commands in Civil 3D, but you will select a connected drive instead of a local or LAN data storage environment for the project. To create and manage a BIM 360 data shortcut project, you'll need access to Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D, which is available when you subscribe to BIM 360 Design. You don't need to be an account administrator to create a data shortcut project within an existing BIM 360 project. However, if you want to create a new BIM 360 project for your data shortcuts, you will need to be an account administrator and use the Account Admin module in the BIM 360 web interface. Note, the account administrator who sets up the BIM 360 project can use the existing project folder in BIM 360 as a template when creating a new project. A template project can be set up in advance to include a set of folders and files that you typically use. To create data shortcuts projects in BIM 360, this procedure assumes that you have existing BIM 360 project in which the data shortcut project will be created. In Toolspace, on the Prospector tab, right-click the Data Shortcuts node, Set Working Folder. 2. In the Set Working Folder dialog box, navigate to the project folder location in BIM 360. The working folder for the Data Shortcuts project needs to be at least one folder level below the BIM 360 project folder. For example, BIM 360 Drive, the account name, project name, working folder name. It is recommended that a subfolder within project files is set as the Data Shortcut working folder from within Civil 3D. Note, it is possible to set the top-level project files folder as a working folder, but only administrators can see the project files folder. So it is recommended that you use a subfolder within the project files. 3. Click Select Folder. The Data Shortcuts node in Prospector changes to a cloud to indicate that the working folder is in BIM 360. 4. Right-click the Data Shortcuts node, New Data Shortcuts Project folder. 5. Specify the name and other project details such as template and click OK. 6. Right-click the Data Shortcuts node, Set Data Shortcuts Project folder. 7. Select the Data Shortcuts Project folder to use and click OK. 8. Create drawings and data shortcuts in the project as you normally would and save them all in BIM 360. Note, a data shortcut project and its associated drawings need to be stored in the same data storage environment. When you are working in a data shortcut project that is stored in BIM 360, the drawing files must also be stored in BIM 360. To check the status of references in a drawing. When you are working in a drawing in a data shortcut project that is stored in BIM 360, and a project team member updates a file that is referenced by that drawing, you won't be notified that a reference in your drawing will need to be updated. Instead, use the check reference status command to check for updates. References such as XREFs and data shortcut references are checked and updated automatically whenever you open a drawing. References are not checked automatically when you are currently editing a drawing that is part of a BIM 360 project. To check for updates, use the check reference status command. You can display the following columns on the BIM 360 page of the Start tab to view reference status. Has references. Displays yes or no depending on whether the document has references to another file such as an XREF or data shortcut. Data reference is refreshed. Displays the date and time that the files are referenced by the document were last refreshed from BIM 360 by Desktop Connector. To check for updates of reference files. Step 1. In Civil 3D, ensure that the data shortcut synchronization notifications are turned on. When notifications are turned on, the synchronization icon appears as a little shortcut icon at the bottom right side of the application window. When notifications are turned off, the icon appears as a white. Click this icon to turn on notifications. For more information, see to synchronize a reference object. Step 2, click Collaborate tab, Cloud Collaboration panel, check reference status. A message dialog box is displayed to inform you whether updates were found and each reference file that has been updated is listed. So if we go to the Collaborate tab, why do we have this button? Why couldn't they put it on the Manage tab with all the other data shortcuts? I don't get why we have this separate UI. It just seems like it should be on the Manage tab. Click OK. Step 3, click OK. If the check references status command identified updates to data shortcuts or XREFs, you'll be prompted to synchronize the references. You may not be immediately prompted to update XREFs due to the default X notified time. Note, in most cases, it is necessary to close and reopen a host drawing to update its references. But sometimes the reference files may not download and you will need to close and reopen the host drawing. Don't fix the bug, document it. Yes. About migrating existing Civil 3D projects to BIM 360. You can migrate existing project files into BIM 360, but you will need to take some actions to assure that the project is properly configured. This topic includes best practices for project configuration that you will want to assess prior to migrating a project that Autodesk doesn't want to automate for you. They want you to do the work rather than making them do the work. It's kind of a dick move. When migrating data shortcut projects to BIM 360, it is recommended to drag and drop the project folders and documents to the connected drive using Windows Explorer. This method uploads the files to BIM 360 using Desktop Connector, which contains functionality that uploads and relinks the XREFs and data shortcut references within a data shortcuts project. Yay, so now we get files in 2 locations. To migrate a data shortcut project, you need to upload all the project data, including the host and source drawings. Uploading only the data shortcut project folder, _shortcuts, or a single data shortcut XML file to BIM 360 is not sufficient to migrate the project or enable collaboration in BIM 360. If the reference files are not in the same folder structure as the host drawing, either directly or within the same folder or in a subfolder, reference files will be uploaded to a folder named Related Data in BIM 360 and relinked. You can avoid this by organizing the host drawing and reference files within the same folder structure and updating the references before migrating the project files. Migrating the related project files that are within a root folder all at the same time. Uploading a host drawing to BIM 360 by itself, for example, will create a related data folder and the references will be uploaded and relinked. Note, even if the above requirements are met, a related data folder may still be created for other linked files when you upload an existing project. If reference files are uploaded to a related data folder and relinked, You'll be alerted with a message informing you that some data was placed within the related data folder. The related data folder will be created inside the destination folder for the host drawing. For example, if the host drawing is named align-4.dwg and a reference file is located in Program Files, Autodesk, AutoCAD 221, Civil 3D Help, Civil Tutorials, a related data folder would be created as follows: destination folder, align-4, related data, Program Files, Autodesk, AutoCAD 2021, C3D Help, Civil Tutorials. This reference file will be placed inside this folder. I sure hope they've watched their file name lengths, because sometimes when you get too long, they cause issues. But it's good that they've set up a pattern that creates them. Woohoo, yes. The creation of a related data folder may cause the specified path and file name for uploaded files to exceed the limit of 260 characters. Wow, I called it before I even read it. For more information, see long path in the desktop connector help. So instead of fixing the problem of adding like a tilde and storing the data and then reading the data later on, just like Windows does, they've created a step for you to do all the work because they think you can be taken advantage for this expensive software you're paying, and they treat you like shit because they don't want to do work. Make you do the work. It sucks. It may take some time before the project documents are uploaded, are available to access in BIM 360. When you initially drag and drop them to the connector drive, their status is shown in the Windows Explorer will be new, and they will not have a version. You can review their status in the desktop connector pending actions window. When they are fully uploaded, their status will be synced and the versions will be V1. At that point, they are available to open in Civil 3D. After the files are uploaded, you can set the working folder in Civil 3D to the BIM 360 project location and select the Data Shortcut project folder, and then proceed to review the project. When you use Windows Explorer to upload Data Shortcut project drawings using the connected drive, the reference information in the host drawings will be automatically updated to point to new paths in BIM 360, but the information in the Data Shortcut XML files will not be updated. This will not impact the data shortcut mechanism as long as the source drawings remain in the same path relative to the working folder. The data shortcuts will be found and resolved. Note, the original path in the Data Shortcuts XML files is displayed in the Data Shortcuts editor, so you will not observe changes to the path after uploading the project to BIM 360. After the project is uploaded, some referenced files such as Surface Data Shortcut source files may need to be relinked. Some file types are not supported in BIM 360 and will not be uploaded. For information about file types that are supported in BIM 360, see supported files in the BIM 360 help. For more information about desktop connector messages, see desktop connector notification messages. About locking documents stored in BIM 360. When you are working in Autodesk Civil 3D 2021 and you open a drawing that is stored in BIM 360, the document is automatically locked so no one else can edit it while you have it open. Note, if you're working in Civil 3D 2020.1 or a previous version of Civil 3D, or any version of AutoCAD or an AutoCAD-based product, locking is not automatic when you open a drawing that is stored in BIM 360. Locking in Civil 3D. When you open most types of unlocked documents from BIM 360 and Autodesk Civil 3D 2021, they are automatically locked so that only you can edit them. A document is locked regardless of the method of opening it, such as opening a document from the Start tab or from the connected drive in Windows Explorer. While you have the document locked, your changes will be saved to BIM 360, and other team members working in the BIM 360 project can open the document read-only. When you close the document will be unlocked and someone else can open it for editing. Note, you can use the Cloud Collab Modified option system variable to control when DWG files and DWT files are unlocked in BIM 360 after they are closed in Civil 3D. When you save a new drawing to BIM 360, it is locked automatically after the synchronization project process is completed. The following icons are displayed on the Prospector tab of the tool space indicate the locked status of open drawings. The following icons are displayed on the Prospector tab of Toolspace. So that should be to indicate. With a pencil, the drawing is open for edit and is locked by you. A little lock indicates the drawing is open for read-only, is locked by someone else. A white cloud indicates the drawing is open read-only and is not locked by anyone else. The following icons are displayed on the BIM 360 page of the Start tab. A little pencil with a lock on it, the drawing is locked by you. When you open the document to edit it, the document is locked and this icon is displayed in the locked state column. The drawing is locked by someone else. If the drawing is not locked, no icon is displayed. Tip: you can see which documents are currently locked by displaying columns on the BIM 360 page of the Start tab and in Windows Explorer. You can also see the locked status of the documents in the BIM 360 web interface. Files that require manual locking. Automatic locking and unlocking is not supported for survey databases or sheet set data, DST files. Why not? You'll need to manually lock and unlock these types of files when working with them to avoid editing conflicts. See the following section for information about manual locking. I mean, there's already a whole thing set up for sheet set data to be locked. I just don't get why they just can't track that for you and lock it for you. But I guess they just want F you, you're the user, you get to do all the work. And you get to remember to do it. Locking in previous versions of Civil 3D. If you're working in Civil 3D 2020.1 or a previous version of Civil 3D, or any version of AutoCAD or an AutoCAD-based project, locking is not automatic when you open a drawing that is stored in BIM 360. Before editing a document, you should manually lock it before editing it. If you don't lock it, someone else could overwrite your changes. You can lock a document on a connected drive, or you can lock it in BIM 360. When you save a new drawing to BIM 360, you should manually lock it before continuing to work on it, so someone else cannot overwrite your changes. After editing and saving the document, you can check the document version shown in BIM 360 and review the changes in the BIM 360 viewer. For more information, see to use BIM 360 viewing and markup tools for Civil 3D drawings. After you have confirmed the changes are uploaded, you need to manually unlock the document so other team members can edit it. Note: if you edit a document that you have not locked and someone else edits it at the same time and uploads it to BIM 360, conflict will be displayed as the status of the document. For more information, see BIM 360 page, Start tab. To manually lock or unlock a document on a connected drive. 1. Open Windows Explorer and navigate to the document location in BIM 360. 2. Select the document. 3. Right-click the selected document and click Lock or Unlock. For more information, see Work with Documents in BIM 360. Do they not know that there's like a little right-click menu here? That would be like, perfect, hey, let's lock this. Or maybe even do it on the Collaborate tab. Have a little button here. Because this shouldn't be something that's magical. You should be able to do it straight from where the drawing is. To manually lock or unlock a document in BIM 360. 1. Open BIM 360 and navigate to the document location. 2. Select the checkbox next to the document and click the lock icon or the unlock icon. For more information, see documents in the BIM 360 help. I think you have to go to another place to lock or unlock something. You're definitely doing the UI wrong and the user experience wrong. Cloud Collab Modified Option, System Variable. Controls when documents, DWG files, and DWT files are unlocked in BIM 360 after they are closed in Civil 3D. You can use the following steps for Cloud Collab Modified Option System Variable. Value 0. Documents are not immediately unlocked after you close them. When a document has been edited, saved, and closed, it is unlocked after the changes have finished uploading to BIM 360. This prevents another user from opening the document before the latest changes have finished uploading. An unlocking file action appears in the Autodesk Connector pending actions window after you close the document, even if no changes have been made to the document. 1, which is the default. In most scenarios, documents are immediately unlocked after you close them. The exception is when the document has unsaved changes. You can provide better performance. When a document is unlocked, immediately after it is closed, an unlocking file action does not appear in the Autodesk Connector pending actions window. Important: when the Cloud Collab modified option system variable is set to 1, documents that have been edited and saved are unlocked immediately after they are closed. Depending on when you close a document after saving it, it is possible that it may be unlocked in BIM 360 before the changes have finished uploading to BIM 360. To ensure that documents remain locked in BIM 360 until your changes have finished uploading, you can change the value of the Cloud Collab modified option system variable to 0. What happens when Civil 3D crashes? It happens more often than it should, and there doesn't appear to have any talk about the buggy Civil 3D Pro. So tips for working with Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. If you encounter issues using Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D, refer to the following list and also see how do I access Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D and ensure that the setup requirements are met. Autodesk account. Access to BIM 360 to design and Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D is managed through Autodesk account and is available only in the classic view of Autodesk account. For more information, see how do I access Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. Desktop connector. Desktop connector creates a connected drive on your computer so that you can access your BIM 360 accounts and projects. When you view the connected drive in Windows Explorer, it is indicated by a B icon. An account within the connected drive and the projects within the account are indicated by a hub icon. When you save documents to the connected drive or drag and drop documents to the connected drive from another folder using Windows Explorer, the documents will be uploaded to BIM 360 and made available to other project team members. Likewise, when you delete documents from your connected drive, they will also be deleted from BIM 360. Important: deleting documents from your connected drive while it is connected will result in the documents being deleted from the BIM 360 project. You can delete local documents using the delete local command if you're using the desktop connector offline mode. Deleting local files when you're in offline mode is not supported. For more information, see how to clear the cache of the Civil 3D desktop connector. Desktop connector uses your C drive as a local cache for storing documents. For example, the full path for a project might appear as C, users, username, BIM 360, account name, project folders, folder. Desktop connector does not have a mechanism for specifying a different drive for storing documents. Awesome. It's horrible. There is a delay before changes made in the BIM 360 web interface and changes that other project team members make and save to project documents are reflected in the local connected drive. For more information about the refresh rates, see Access BIM 360 on your desktop in the BIM 360 help. I really feel sorry for people who have like solid state drives that they bought like small size to put the operating system on and then have a separate drive for your files, because now you're screwed. You can't use it unless you come up with a way to link the files, which you can probably do. But it's an extra step that you get to do. Desktop connector has a pending actions window that you can review. For example, when you save a drawing in BIM 360 project, a workspace sync action will be displayed in the pending actions window to let you know that the drawing is being uploaded to BIM 360. Documents are not downloaded to your local drive until you open them in Civil 3D or manually download them by right-clicking a file in Windows Explorer and selecting Sync. After a document is downloaded, it has a status of synced. I guess this is a great workflow if you have small files, which I guess is what they're testing this on. But if you have larger files, then you're just waiting for it to download. Ugh. Documents that are not downloaded but exist in the project appear as proxy versions in Windows Explorer. If a document is not yet downloaded locally, it has a status of online. If synced documents are not opened for a period of 15 days, they will no longer be available in Desktop Connector offline mode. When they are removed from the local cache, they will still be visible on your connected drive, but will have a status of online. The specified file and file name for uploaded files must be less than 260 characters. If this length is exceeded, the files might not upload successfully, and you could experience unexpected behavior. For more information, see long path in the Desktop Connector help. So why not just fix it? You know it's a problem. Fix it programmatically. Editing Civil 3D drawings in offline mode is not supported. So it pretty much takes a cloud project and makes it a desktop product. So I guess surveyors are screwed. See also known issues in Desktop Connector for BIM 360 and the BIM 360 help. Desktop Connector notification messages in the Desktop Connector help. Desktop Connector support in the Desktop Connector help. Migrating existing data shortcut projects to BIM 360. You can migrate existing project files into BIM 360, but you will need to take some actions to ensure that the project is properly configured. This section includes best practices for project configuration that you'll want to assess prior to migrating to a project. When migrating data shortcut projects to BIM 360, it is recommended to drag and drop the project folders and documents to the connected drive using Windows Explorer. This method uploads the files to BIM 360 using Desktop Connector, which contains functionality that uploads and relinks the XREST and data shortcut references within a data shortcut project. To migrate a data shortcut project, you need to upload all the project data, including the host and source drawings. Uploading only the data shortcut project folder or a single data shortcut project file to BIM 360 is not sufficient to migrate the project or enable collaboration in BIM 360. If the reference files are not in the same folder structure as the host drawing, either directly or within the same folder or in a subfolder, reference files will be uploaded to a folder named related data. This is repeated data. You can avoid this by organizing. This is all it's all repeated. All right, so BIM 360. When BIM 360 account administrators invite members to an account, they can assign the new member to a company and a role. The company and the role can be used to streamline the process of providing access to projects and project folders. The account administrator can also import member names from a spreadsheet. For more information, see Manage Account Members in the BIM 360 help. BIM 360 project members don't automatically get access to the project folders. In addition to inviting members to a project, the project administrator needs to give permissions to the team members to access the project folders. For more information, see How do I access Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. The document version starts at V1 and is increased by 1 at each time a file is saved. You can view the versions in the BIM 360 viewer. For more information, see to use BIM 360 viewing and markup features for your Civil 3D drawings. Civil 3D. Several of the data shortcut related commands require Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D when you're working in a BIM 360 project. If If you don't currently have access to the functionality, the data shortcut commands that require Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D will display a message after you select them to alert you of the requirement. For more information, see about working with data shortcut projects in BIM 360 and how do I access Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D. When you open most document types from BIM 360 and Autodesk Civil 3D 2021, the documents are locked automatically so no one else can edit them. For more information, see about locking documents stored in BIM 360. Note, you can use the Cloud Collab Modified Options System variable to control when drawing objects, files, and DWT files are locked in a BIM 360 after they are closed in Civil 3D. Note, if you are working in Civil 3D 2020.1 or a previous version of Civil 3D, or any version of AutoCAD or AutoCAD-based product, locking is not automatic when you open a drawing that is stored in BIM 360. Automatic locking and unlocking is not supported for survey databases or sheet set data. You will need to manually lock and unlock these types of files when working with them to avoid editing conflicts. Only documents that you can open directly in Civil 3D, DWG, DWT, DWS, and DXF are displayed in the BIM 360 page and the recent page of Start tab. You may not be able to open BIM 360 documents in the following cases. You are working offline. Either using the desktop connector offline mode or you're not connected to the internet and you attempt to open a document that has the status of online. It's kind of sad that cloud has become desktop and you're stuck to a computer with good internet to work. And if the internet goes down, you're screwed. Your BIM 360 permissions have changed. You have not signed in to Autodesk account. The working folder for data shortcut projects needs to be at least one folder level below the BIM 360 project folder. For example, it is recommended that a subfolder within project files is set as a data shortcut working folder from within Civil 3D. You can create the Civil 3D data shortcut project within that specified working folder. Note, it is possible to set the top level project files folder as the working folder, but only administrators can see the project files folder, so it is recommended that you use a subfolder within project files. When you're working in a BIM 360 project, use the check reference status command to check for updates of reference files in your current drawing. In most cases, it is not necessary to close and reopen a drawing to update its references. However, sometimes the referenced files may not download and you'll need to close and reopen the host drawing. Data storage environment. A data shortcut project and its associated drawings need to be stored in the same data storage environment, either on a local drive or a local area network, or in BIM 360. For example, when you're working in a data shortcut project that is stored in BIM 360, the drawing files must also be stored in BIM 360. If the current drawing is in BIM 360, the working folder needs to be in BIM 360. If the current drawing is stored locally, the working folder needs to be stored on a local drive or on a local area network. It is not supported to associate a local drawing with a BIM 360 project or to associate a BIM 360 project with a local drawing. Reference files, XREF, data shortcuts, and others need to be in the same data storage environment as the host drawings. If the referenced files do not share the same data storage environment as the host drawing, you'll be prompted to migrate the references. Messages will be displayed if you attempt to use different storage environments within the same project. So best practices for working with Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D. Checklist for working with Autodesk collaboration for Civil 3D. Ensure that every project team member is using one of the following projects with file locking support. Note, project team members who are using Civil 3D or AutoCAD 2020 and 2021 based projects can install file locking for Autodesk BIM 360 application, which provides automatic locking and unlocking for DWG and DWT files that are stored in a BIM 360 when they are opened in AutoCAD. It's a long section. Ensure that every project team member has the latest version of Autodesk Desktop Connector installed. Understand BIM 360 user access levels, roles, folder permissions, and project organization. Understand the difference between a Civil 3D data shortcut project and a BIM 360 project. There is not a one-to-one relationship between a Civil 3D data shortcut project and a BIM 360 project. Creating a data shortcut project within Civil 3D will not result in the creation of a BIM 360 project. Before creating a data shortcut project in BIM 360, a project must exist in BIM 360. Ensure that the working folder and the data shortcut project folder in Civil 3D are set to the correct locations. It is recommended that a subfolder within project files is set as the data shortcut working folder from within Civil 3D. You can create the Civil 3D data shortcut project within that specified working folder. Note, it is possible to set the top level project file folders as the working folder, but only administrators can see the project files folder, so it is recommended that you use a subfolder within project files. General recommendations. It is recommended that you create a new project in BIM 360 instead of moving an existing project to BIM 360 and continuing the work. For more information about moving an existing project, see the Migrating Existing Projects to BIM 360 section below. For tracking and communication purposes, it is recommended that user accounts in BIM 360 use the user's real names. To prevent files from being uploaded to a related data folder when files are uploaded to BIM 360, it is recommended to avoid saving or uploading drawings to BIM 360 that contain references to local files. Store files in BIM 360 that you plan on making references to. And when referencing data in a drawing or in a template, make the reference to a file located in BIM 360 rather than to a file on a local drive or a local server. For more information about the related data folder, see the related data folder section below. Store project data and content in BIM 360. For example, store fonts, materials, drawing templates, reference templates, standards, and so on in BIM 360. When you upload files to BIM 360, avoid attempting to upload unsupported files. For more information, see supported files. The specified path and file name for uploaded files must be less than 260 characters. If this length is exceeded, the files might not upload successfully and you could experience unexpected behavior. For more information, see long path. Some files that you might typically work with in Civil 3D do not have automatic locking support and will need to be locked and unlocked manually. Automatic locking and unlocking are not supported for survey databases or sheet set data files. You need to manually lock and unlock these types of files when working with them to avoid editing conflicts. To unlock files that are locked by others, you need folder control permission. For more information, see folder permissions. Set up the project folder, template, and project permissions. There are two options that you can use when creating Civil 3D data shortcut project. 1. Manually create the project folder structure in BIM 360 and then create the data shortcut project within Civil 3D using the standard data shortcut project creation workflow. Using this approach, you create a new project in BIM 360 without referencing the settings from a BIM 360 template. And then you create the data shortcut project in Civil 3D within the BIM 360 project. A limitation with this approach is that you'll need to manually set BIM 360 permissions for folders in the project. After you create a BIM 360 project, set the working folder in Civil 3D to be a subfolder within the project files folder in the new BIM 360 project, and then create a data shortcut project in that folder using the new data shortcut project folder command. 2. Create the project folder structure in BIM 360 using a project template, and then create the data shortcut project within Civil 3D. This approach provides the ability to set folder permissions and then use the structure, including the permissions that are set on the folders, as a template that can be used when creating new projects. This approach is documented in the following sections. Create a project template in BIM 360. You can create a project in BIM 360 to use as a template and then copy the settings from the template when you create new projects. You can customize the folders for this project template in BIM 360, or it can match the current Civil 3D project template that is installed in your C Users Public Documents Autodesk Civil 3D Project Templates folder. When you copy the settings from a template project to create a new project, only the folder structure and permissions are copied to a new project. Files that are included in a project template folder structure are not copied when you create a new project from a project template. Note: to avoid issues when creating a Civil 3D Data Shortcuts project later, a project template should not include the underscore shortcuts folder. If a underscore shortcuts folder is included in the template and is copied into a new project, it may cause issues when creating the new Data Shortcuts project folder from within Civil 3D in this BIM 360 project. Step 1. Sign in to BIM 360. Note: to complete the steps in this task, you'll need to be a BIM 360 account admin. 2. Click the module selector and select the account admin module. 3. Click the projects tab. 4. Click add to begin creating a new project. 5. On the create project file page, do the following. Enter a project name such as Civil 3D project template. Select template project as the project type. Optionally enter in your company address. Click Save and continue to display the Active Services page. 6. On the Active Services page, do the following. Click Activate next to Document Management. Do not select a project under Copy Project Settings. Enter your email address and click Save to add yourself as project administrator. You can add other project administrators if you'd like to share this template project. Click Finish to create the project. You now have an empty template to populate with your company's typical folder structure. Add folders to the project template and assign role-based permissions in BIM 360. Add the typical folders you use in a project and then assign role-based permissions to the folders. Many functions in BIM 360 can be managed at a user, role, or company level. It is recommended to use role-based permissions when possible when you are setting up the project template in BIM 360. You can assign folder permissions to a BIM manager or civil engineer role. And then for each project, you can assign roles to people instead of having to manage individual access. The folders and their permissions will be copied when you create a project from the project template. 1. In BIM 360, navigate to your newly created Civil 3D project template. 2. Click the module selector and select the project admin module. 3. Click the Members tab. 4. Assign yourself the role of project admin. 5. Click the module selector and select the document management module. 6. Click the Folders tab. 7. In the Project Files folder for the project template, add the typical folders that you use in a project. These folders will be copied to new projects you create that are based on this template. 8. Next to the Project Files folder, select the More button and select Permissions. 9. In the Permissions window, click the Add button to display an Add Permissions dialog box. 10. Type in a few letters for the name of a role, civil engineer, project manager, and so on, and then click on the role name in the list. 11. Click the permission level list and select the permissions level you would like to assign to this role. For more information about permissions, see Folder Permissions. Permissions are not immediately active in Civil 3D after they are applied in BIM 360. It takes several minutes after specifying permissions in BIM 360 to make the permissions active in Civil 3D. Folders with view-only permissions are not visible to Civil 3D users. Okay, that's weird. 12. Click Add to complete the process. The role now should have a small triangle next to it. When assigned to a real project, you can expand this triangle to see the users that have that role. 13. Close the permissions window and repeat the process for adding permissions to other project folders as needed. You now have a BIM 360 template project with role-based permissions assigned to folders. You can now use this template to create a new project as described below. Create a BIM 360 project using settings from the project template. 1. Click the module selector and select the account admin role. 2. Click the Projects tab. 3. Click the Add to begin creating a new project. 4. On the Create Project Profile page, add the project name and other details, and then click Save and Continue to display the Active Services page. 5. On the Active Services page, click Activate next to the Document Management. 6. Under Copy Project Settings, select the template project you set for your Civil 3D projects. The folder structure and any folder permissions will be automatically copied to the new project. 7. Add one or more project administrators and then click Finish. In the next steps, you will create a data shortcut project in Civil 3D that will be stored in the BIM 360 project. Create a data shortcut project in Civil 3D. 1. In Civil 3D, use the Set Working Folder command to set the working folder to be a subfolder in the Project Files folder within your BIM 360 project folder. 2. In Civil 3D, use the Data Shortcut Project Folder command to create a data shortcut project within the working folder of your BIM 360 project folder. You can use the same name as BIM 360 project or a different name. If you already have your project folder structure set up the way you want it based on copying your template project, do not select the Use Project Template checkbox. 3. In BIM 360, verify that the new _shortcuts folder that was automatically created when you created the data shortcut project folder has the required permissions. Accessing and working in the data shortcut project. Project team members who are collaborating on the project can use the following steps to access and work in the project. 1. In Civil 3D, use the Set Working Folder command to set the working folder to match the working folder in BIM 360 that was specified when the data shortcut project was created. 2. Use the Set Data Shortcuts Project folder command to select the data shortcut project. 3. Create data shortcuts in the project. 4. Create data shortcut references from the data shortcuts. 5. Upload files to BIM 360 that you plan on making references to and make XREFs to those files. 6. You can use the Check Reference Status command to check for updates of reference files in the current drawing. Note, it might take several minutes before updates that have been made to reference files are available. You may not immediately be prompted to update XREFs to the default XNotify time. If updates are detected when you use the Check Reference Status command, a message will be displayed to alert you of new versions. To load new versions of the reference files, click on the link in the message, or you can use Close and reopen the host drawing. Note, in most cases, it is not necessary to close and reopen a drawing to update its references. However, sometimes the reference files may not download, and you will need to close and reopen the host drawing. 7. To update data shortcuts list in the prospector tree, right-click the collection and select Refresh. Migrating existing projects to BIM 360. It is recommended that you create new projects in BIM 360, but if you would like to move your existing projects from a local server to BIM 360, it is recommended to move the whole project by dragging the top folder and dropping it into the destination BIM 360 folder on the connected drive using Windows Explorer. By using this method, most of the file references in the project can be copied to the same folder in BIM 360, and the path can be maintained. Instead of moving existing drawing templates that have references to files in BIM 360, it is suggested that you create a new template. If you would like to move customized templates to BIM 360, you will need to update references manually after uploading the template to BIM 360. Some files do not maintain their links when a project is migrated to BIM 360. These files include reference templates, surface source references, and quantity takeoff criteria files. After migrating a project, you will need to update references to these files manually. Before migrating to an existing project, it is recommended that you review and update your project data if needed before uploading it. Check folder paths to ensure that they do not exceed the path length limit, and rearrange folders if needed to shorten the path length. For more information, see long path in the desktop connector help. Seems like they would have less work if they just solved this problem. That's been solved since like Windows 95. Update the paths of references so that they are relative path instead of absolute paths. Like, why don't they just do that for you? It's like, hey, we see it, but we aren't going to fix it for you. You get to do that yourself. Screw the user, right? Note, using relative paths can prevent issues from occurring when uploading data using the BIM 360 website or when uploading files that are not in the same folder structure. Repair broken links to references and avoid creating circular XREFs. Set the XREF reference type to be overlay instead of attach. But our whole deliverables are set to be attached, so the engineers don't have to reference multiple files. They can just go and reference one, and it brings in all the files. Note, using overlay instead of attach can reduce the possibility of creating circular XREFs. Then why not just check to see if there's a circular XREF yourself, Autodesk, and fix the problem? You've recognized the problem, fix it. Just don't say, here, users, you get to try to solve when you're going to have circular XREFs, because we aren't going to tell you, even though we've discovered that's a problem. Remove duplicate, unused, or corrupt data. Consider rearranging the folder or structure and updating links so all files are in the same folder structure. If reference files are not in the same folder structure as the host drawing, the reference files will be uploaded into the related data folder within the host drawings folder, and the links in the host drawing to the reference files will be recreated. For more information, see the related data folder section below. To avoid the creation of a related data folder, you can either move the reference files to the same folder structure as the host drawings and update the links, or you can use the following steps when uploading. 1. Update the paths to the references so that they are relative paths instead of absolute paths. 2. Update the folder that contains the reference files. When uploading the folder by folder, the same relative folder structure that exists locally should be created in the BIM 360 so that the paths to the reference files are maintained. After uploading the folder that contains the reference files, rename or move the local folder so that its location cannot be found by desktop connector. Renaming or moving the local folder that contains the reference files prevents the reference files from being uploaded to related data folder when their host drawings are uploaded. How about just add a checkbox? I don't want this to happen. Checkbox, instead of making us do the work. Upload the folder that contains the host drawings. Upload this folder to a location in BIM 360 that will preserve the same relative folder structure that exists locally so that the paths to the reference files are maintained. The related data folder. When uploading files to BIM 360, it is recommended that files are referenced by host drawings as external references or data shortcut references, or files referenced by templates are organized inside the same folder structure as the host drawing, such as in the same folder or in a subfolder. If reference files are not in the same folder structure, the reference files will be uploaded into the related data folder within the host drawings folder, and the links to the host drawing to the reference files will be created. A message will be displayed in the event viewer when this occurs. You can redirect the links to data shortcuts using the Manage Data Shortcuts command. You can move the source file from the related data folder to another folder in BIM 360. If you move the source file, the reference is maintained. For more information, see about migrating existing Civil 3D projects to BIM 360 and to upload documents in BIM 360. Design, sharing, and reviewing in BIM 360. You can use the BIM 360 viewing and markup tools within the drawings you have stored in BIM 360. You can create issues and use the markup tools to add notes. For more information, see to use BIM 360 viewing and markup tools for Civil 3D drawings. Archiving BIM 360 projects. You can use BIM 360 to archive a project and its data. For more information, see Manage Projects. Cleaning up the local cache. You can use the Free Up Space command to remove local desktop connector workspace files and folders to free up disk space. For more information, see Free Up Space. Important, deleting documents from your connected drive while it is connected will result in the documents being deleted from the BIM 360 project. You can delete local documents using the Delete Local command if you're using the desktop connector offline mode. Deleting local folders while you are in offline mode is not supported. For more information, see how to clear the cache of BIM 360 desktop connector. About the Civil 3D Start tab. Use the options on the Start tab to open and create new drawings, to access your BIM 360 projects and recently used documents, and access learning content. Click the Start tab at the top of Civil 3D application window to display the Start tab. Use the Open and New menus on the left pane of the Start tab to open drawings and to create new drawings. Click the New button to start a new drawing using the QNew command. Click the down arrow to display additional options for selecting the template to use and to create a sheet set. Click the Open button to display and select File dialog box. This method to open DWG, DWT, and DWS and DXF files. Click the down arrow to display additional options for opening sheet sets or sample drawings. Click the to access recently used documents that are saved locally or in BIM 360. Click the BIM 360 to access documents in your BIM 360 projects. Note, to see your BIM 360 projects, you need to be signed into Autodesk account and you might need to perform some setup tasks. For more information, see How do I access Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D. Click Learning to access tips and videos. To save documents to BIM 360. 1. In Civil 3D, when you are ready to save a new drawing to BIM 360, click Save On the Quick Access toolbar. In the Save As drawing, click the BIM 360 icon to display your BIM 360 accounts on the connected drive. An account with the connected drive and the projects within your account are indicated by a hub icon. 3. Navigate to the account, project, and folder location where you want to save the drawing. 4. Enter a name for the drawing. 5. Click Save. Yep, it's saved. A message box is displayed. When you save a new drawing to BIM 360, the drawing will be locked after the synchronization process is complete. On the Prospector tab in Toolspace, the following icon will be displayed for the drawing, which indicates that it is saved in BIM 360 and locked by you. When viewing the connected drive in Windows Explorer, the drawing will initially have a status of new. Desktop Connector will automatically upload the drawing to BIM 360 and the status will change to synced. Note, for more information about the different statuses, see BIM 360 page, Start tab. New documents are assigned a version of V1 in BIM 360. Each time you save the drawing, the version will be incremented by 1. Desktop Connector has a pending actions window that you can review. For example, when you save a drawing in a BIM 360 project, a workspace sync action will be displayed in the pending actions window to let you know that the drawing is being uploaded to BIM 360. If you have a drawing open and locked, and then use the Save As command to save it to a different name or location in BIM 360, the original drawing will be closed and unlocked. The drawing with a new name or location will be open and locked so you can edit it. Is that a different section than that one? Yep, it is. So I guess I'll go back. To open or create documents in BIM 360, you can open or create documents from the Civil 3D Start tab. The following icons are displayed on the Prospector tab in Toolspace when you're working in a drawing that is stored in BIM 360. We've already covered all these. These are all duplicates. I guess this is new. So this is all duplicate stuff for the most part. To upload documents to BIM 360. To upload documents to BIM 360, you can drag and drop them to a connected drive using Windows Explorer. Using this method, reference files such as XREFs and data shortcut references are detected. The reference files may be uploaded to a related data folder, so links can be recreated. For more information, see about migrating existing Civil 3D projects to BIM 360. 1. Open Windows Explorer and navigate to the target location in BIM 360. The connected drive for BIM 360 is indicated by a B icon. The account within the connected drive and the project within the account are indicated by a hub icon. 2. Open the second Windows Explorer window and navigate to the folders and the documents you want to upload. 3. Select the folders and documents and then drag and drop the selection into the target location from step 1. As you hold down your cursor and drag a document over the connected drive, a preview will be displayed. After you release your cursor, a message box will be displayed while the documents and folders are being copied. Note, Desktop Connector has a pending actions window that you can review during this process. For example, when you save a drawing in a BIM 360 project, a workspace sync action will be displayed and the pending actions window will let you know that the drawing is being uploaded to BIM 360. For more information, see Work with Documents in BIM 360 in the BIM 360 help. Note, it is not supported to have some files in a data shortcut project stored in a BIM 360 and some files stored locally or on a LAN. To work in BIM 360, all of the project files need to be in BIM 360. So you know what the customer wants, you know what the customer is doing, but then you're telling the customer, you can't do that because we're the masters of how you want to work. But you have to work in all our format. Not very cool. To use BIM 360 viewing and markup tools for Civil 3D drawings. You can use the BIM 360 viewing and markup tools with the drawings you have stored in BIM 360. View a drawing in 2D and 3D. When you click a drawing in the BIM 360 web interface, it opens in the BIM 360 viewer, where you can switch between 2D and 3D views, as well as views that you have saved in the drawing in Civil 3D. You can also view different versions of the drawing to see what has changed. Note, if a drawing contains only 2D objects, a 3D view will not be available for it in the BIM 360 viewer. Use markups. You can use the markup tools to add public or private notes on drawings. Create issues. You can create issues and assign them to other project members. This is just a sample of tasks you can perform in the BIM 360 interface. For more information, see Viewing 2D and 3D Designs in the BIM 360 help. To view a drawing and its version history in the BIM 360 viewer. 1. Go to the BIM 360 website. 2. Navigate to the account, project, and project folder that contains the drawings you want to view. 3. Click a drawing to display it in the BIM 360 viewer. 4. Click the history icon to display a list of document versions. Note, each time a document is saved, the version is increased by 1. 5. Click a version to display it in BIM 360 viewer. To mark up a drawing in the BIM 360 viewer. 1. On the BIM 360 website, navigate to the account, project, and file project folder that contains the drawing you want to view. 2. Click a drawing to display it in the BIM 360 viewer. 3. Use the markup toolbar to add markups to the drawing. And so this concludes Autodesk Collaboration for Civil 3D, a monster section. Hope you enjoyed it.